Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alecia Lott and this channel is for those of you who want to maintain a journaling routine that is messy, minimalist, and low budget. So I'd say I had a pretty good week. I kept up with most of my habits. I am in the process of moving and I'm a little worried because I haven't done much packing for the move. And I see here throughout the week I do have pack and sometimes it's crossed out, sometimes it's not. That's okay. Moving day is next Thursday, so I still have some time and we don't have to be completely out of this apartment until the 6th, so I still have some time. I'm not saying that I'm going to procrastinate and wait till the last minute, although that's probably what I'll end up doing, but you didn't hear that. I'm going to get it done early. Packing's different, but I think I've been doing really well on some of my other things. I've been studying a little Spanish. I've been doing all of my weekly tasks, and I've been, just kind of moving along toward my second quarter of April goals. So that's cool. I've been thinking about autonomy and what I want to do career-wise. Funny fact, I just had my 6-month anniversary at my job and nothing happened. It was actually not a very good day either, so that's just more fuel for the fire and that's more to think about for the future. So I do have a couple of journaling prompts. So my first one is kind of related to moving. How are you different in one place versus another? At your job versus at home, or it could be in a new home. It can be in a new home altogether. It can be at a friend's house, one friend's house versus another friend's house, things like that. But yeah, it's something I like to think about. Am I more shy in certain environments? Am I more outgoing? Am I more creative in certain environments versus others? So yeah, how are you different in one place versus another? If you are also planning a move, how will you be different in that new place? Or will you be different in that new place? And my second journaling question is, do you have a strong sense of place or a weak one? Do you consider the place you work, the place you live, the places you hang out, you spend the most time, do you consider those to be part of your identity? Or are you easily detached from places and places don't mean as much to you? It's more of where you are in the present versus being tied to a particular locale or place. What do you think about that? Those are just some things to ponder this week. And then I have a quote of the week by Walt Disney with my little mouse ears. And fun fact, I used to work at Walt Disney World a very long time ago. I sold hot dogs, which is ironic because now I'm a vegan. I wouldn't touch a beef hot dog to save my life. But the quote is, "We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths." Okay, so the purpose of the weekly spread is to give me a home base, to give me and my ADHD brain a little relief so that I don't have all these things kind of swirling around in my head, and I have them down on paper. I know what I'm supposed to be doing throughout the day. I know things that I'm supposed to be doing throughout the week. I'll have my weekly tasks here. Most importantly, it helps me remember my goals and remember the small daily and weekly steps that I need to do in order to reach my goals. If you do not use any sort of planning system or just habit tracking system, I urge you to give it a try. Just see how it goes for a few weeks. And I'm not saying that my system is the best way or that there's only one way of doing it. There are as many ways of doing it as there are people, but if you're looking for one way of doing it, you can maybe try my way and maybe just tweak it to see how you like it, to see what works best for you. Let me start with my habit tracker. I keep that up here in the corner, and we are on the week of April 28th. I cannot believe through May 4th. So I wake up at 4:45 a.m. I go to the bathroom. I go to the kitchen where the coffee maker is already set up and ready to go. I turn the coffee maker on. It's just one button. Come back to my bedroom, go back to sleep until roughly around 20 after 5, and then that's when I finally get up for the day. I make the bed, I brush my teeth, I get my coffee. I go get the coffee. I also have a glass of water as well. I double fist it. From the kitchen in the pitch dark, almost in the apartment, mind you. I'm just holding these two liquids, and then I go back to my bedroom, and that's when I sit down. I have my journal. I do my morning check in, and that's how I start my day. So, morning check in is simply just looking at everything that I need to do for that day, getting myself kind of mentally prepared and pumped up for the day. This is my completed habit tracker, and every day, ideally, I'm doing these things. I'm living my life. I'm doing just minding my business. Probably the things that I need to focus on for this week are always getting enough sleeps, because sleeps. Did I say sleeps? I do feel much better when I'm at least in the direction of going to sleep at 9:30. One thing I have started doing as well is that I used to write in my journal in the bed. I would do a nightly journal entry. I haven't been writing as much because I've been dozing off. I've been dozing off while I'm writing. So now what I do is I write here at my desk, and bed is for sleeping or for reading, because reading does help me relax and kind of wind down. But writing, I want to be a little more alert, so I cannot do it in the bed, otherwise, I'll fall asleep mid sentence. And now it is time to do my to do list. I do 3 little squares underneath each day, like so. All right, so I have Monday through Thursday. I'm going to do Friday and Saturday. These are my days off. So for some reason, it makes me feel better to just put 2 squares for each of these days. Here we are. And then lastly, I put my steps for the week. You have to write in tiny, tiny so I can fit it all in. Hold on. Well, didn't quite make it. That's okay. I'm gonna put Saturday over here. All right, so every night I write down the amount of steps. See? Okay, now it is time to do my weekly tasks. These are my weekly tasks. I actually did okay on the walking outside last week. I am trying to be less of an indoor hermit. The weather's nicer. I want to try and get outside more. I did make this walk after work, and that didn't work out so well. So I'm just going to put walk outside 30 minutes. Next, I have a weekend review that is done on Sunday or sometimes Monday. Here we are. And then checking bills for 15 minutes, just checking my finances, making sure that I'm not going to overdraw on any accounts. I don't do that, but it's happened in the past. Just making sure that the money is going in and out the way that it's supposed to. Spanish used to be a review of the lessons that I had done in my audio course. I just put a question mark here because I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing in Spanish, but I do want to do something extra once a week. Next is, yes, this is my 70,000 step goal. That is 10,000 steps a day, which is completely doable. So it's not even really that challenging. So I don't know if maybe next quarter I'll make it whatever 15,000 is times 7. I can't do that math right now. Now I'm going to make a section for my goals for the second quarter of this year. All right, these are my Q2 goals. I wish they were a little more involved. Oh, and I have completed that one. Ha! This last section, I've been doing different things with it each week. Last week I did a word of the week. There we are. So last week I did autonomy because that is my number one value. I did a value sheet probably 2 or 3 months ago of just listing different words that are important to me in life, and autonomy was the number one word. So I'm not sure if I want to do that this week. I think this week I am going to do a journaling question that I do in my big journal all the time, which is, what do I want? This is kind of my default question that I ask myself when I don't know what else to write and I'm just thinking about the future, thinking about life and goals and stuff. I'll just ask myself what I want, and either the way that I usually either answer is like a free writing thing of like, oh, I wake up in the morning and my husband is there to greet me and he brings me a coffee and blah blah blah, and I just go through my whole dream day, or or I just make a list. So there are different ways to answer this question, but this is my go-to question if I just don't feel like asking myself anything and it's 5 something in the morning and I just am half awake. I don't know if I feel like answering that fully right now in front of you, but I will put one of my other words that are my values. I'm going to put adventure. I would say that is my number 2 value. That is something that is very important to me. That is something that I've been desperately missing in my life lately over the past year. I'll continue to fill this out maybe throughout the week. I'll leave this more open so that I can, if I think of something, I can jot it down. So I like doing stuff like that too. Just random thoughts of, oh yes, I would like to be able to order DoorDash 3 times a week if I want to. I would like to be able to take 6 months and just live in another country that is warm, and I would like to learn whatever language that is in order to get by in that country and just be warm and happy for 6 months during during the winter in the Midwest, things like that. So I when I think of different things that are related to my goals or my dream, whatever, I will put that here. So I'll just leave this space blank. Okay, so I got these gloves, so hopefully I don't end up with ink all over my hands the way I usually do. Yes. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put the calendar stamp. I had to change the numbers on the stamp to go with the month of May. New month. Ow! Oh, look at that. And there's the finished month. I wrote these numbers for the end of April in black, and I wrote them very crookedly. Okay, y'all. Okay. Thank you for joining me. This is my very minimalist weekly spread. And please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos about bullet journaling or about journaling for kind of cheap therapy, getting your feelings out. And I wish you a wonderful week, however you choose to lay it out on paper. And I give you an upside down wave goodbye. Have a good week.